I want to know, how is it we as American Africans are a $2 trillion people? Harriet Tubman had no money and gave us a farm, a hospital, an elderly home. We $2 trillion and you ain't got an institution to call your own in your city. Nothing disturbs me more when I travel this country. Nothing disturbs me more when I travel this country than to see black people wasting all this money, not redirecting any of it to build any of the institutions we need. They turning in a grave. We just celebrated this man's birth, the good Reverend Dr. King. And you got black people trying to blame Dr. King for integration. Dr. King ain't had nothing to do with integration. Dr. King was dead before integration came. Dr. King gave you the right to vote, and he gave you the right not to be discriminated against in public accommodations. That's it. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black schools. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black hospitals. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black banks and supermarkets and communities. He never said that. In fact, he defended the right for us to have our own institution. But you Negroes, let the baby talk, that's the ancestors. You Negroes. It was you who sold out Dr. King's dream by running away from your people, trying to disappear in a sea of whiteness. Somebody said, Dr. Umar, we did better when we was alone, when we was segregated. We had Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida, Charleston, South Carolina, Durham, North Carolina. We had Black Wall Street everywhere, Dr. Umar. They should have kept us segregated. And then you know what I say to that? Nobody forced you to join the Caucasians. Nobody forced you. You did it. Some of y'all in here send your black children to white private schools in California because it makes you look better. But they catching hell. You know why they catching hell? When did we get the biggest explosion in independent white private schools in America? 1954 to 74. Do you know what happened between 54 and 74? That's when the Supreme Court said you can no longer use race as a factor in education. So when they started talking about desegregating the schools, white people pulled their kids out and opened up private schools. Private schools was a strategy to get away from you. And you got the audacity to chase them out to the suburbs. And at a certain level, I can't be upset with the white folks. You know why? Because they keep trying to be by themselves and you won't leave them alone. They was in Oakland, you came to be with them in Oakland. They ran to Pittsburgh, you ran your black ass to Pittsburgh. Came to Antioch, now y'all out here. Pastor told me Antioch used to be a sundown town. You couldn't even be seen around here after the sunset, and now you Negroes is here. Chasing white folks. So the white folks said, listen, if they gonna chase us everywhere we go, we might as well go back to where we started. Let's take back Oakland and San Fran and lead them in the suburbs. Lead a black asses in the suburbs, and we're going to go back home since they don't know how to create a community of their own. And I got news for you, Antioch. 20%, that means we got to stick together to have a word. We got to stick together to have any leverage. We got to stick together to have any say-so. If we're only 20%, you can't afford to be moving to the white suburb. We got to stay together. Power is in solidarity. Power is in solidarity. You can't keep running away from your community and wonder why we ain't got no political power. You got to live together. Why you think they be redistricting the residential zones? Because white folks want to keep their power together and you want to dissipate yours. And that's why I always tell you, until black people hate racism more than each other. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, we change nothing. I talk to the young brothers, they say, Dr. Umar, we got to fight the white man, fight the white man, fight the white man. Okay, but guess what? If you don't defeat the one living inside of your soul, White supremacy, we have internalized it. Every black person in this room, myself included, got a little white boy, little white girl living inside of you. You say you don't believe it? Let's take your daughter to the toy store and see what doll she pick up right now, and she only 3 years old. 3 years old, she already want to be white. And I ain't got to talk about you black men with the snow bunny hunting. Damn. Right before I came out here, you know what happened? Somebody sent me a text message. There's a brother who's on a cooking show. Y'all might know his name. He just got offered a show on Oprah Winfrey Network. Well, allegedly, he attacked his white baby mom. So she's suing him, and he might lose his Oprah Winfrey show. Now, don't get me wrong. No man should touch a woman. I don't care what the color of her skin. But the point that I'm making, brothers, is we are so quick to down our own women that we don't even recognize, okay, how ruthless white women are when you piss them off. Ain't nobody talking about that. Negro keep telling me love is blind, love is blind. If love is blind, show me a rich white woman married to a broke black man if love is blind. Love ain't never been blind.